Hello, everybody.
I was going to say you can tell who's not sitting under fluorescent light, but I guess Deb and Jessica, you're probably not either.
Do our usual tornado siren pause, I suppose, as well.
And there they go. I think there's usually 2 rounds of them.
I can't hear anything.
Go ahead and start. Once Deb's back. There we go. All right. I'm going to open with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Fiscal Officer, can you call the roll?
I think she had mentioned that she can't hear anything earlier.
Oh,
So
no audio. I thought she meant the tornado sirens.
Can you help me?
Can you hear us at all, Deb?
Can you
No.
help me? I can't hear anything. I don't have my headphones in. I turned off my video camera.
We'll just hold tight for a few minutes.
Rachel, can you hear me? It's Jane.
Yes, I can hear you.
So as host of the meeting, can you check under participants and see if there's anything that you can do for Deb by way of, if she has any unusual icon that the rest of us don't there?
Yep, on my end, everything is the same as everybody else.
Okay, thank you. Just a suggestion, if we don't require Deb soon. Oh,
I can hear you. I don't know what the problem was, but I could hear you till now.
okay, I can hear you too. Cool.
Fun.
All right, so we did the pledge and we'll just do the roll call whenever you're ready, Deb.
All right. Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sear, Trustee Sword.
Here.
Here.
All right, Township Administrator. All right, Chief of Fire.
Here.
Chief of Police.
Here.
Sam, Superintendent of Public Works.
Here.
And Code Enforcement.
Our next meeting is going to be September 16th at 12 p.m. And I'm going to make a motion to accept the agenda with flexibility.
I'll second.
Okay. Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sear, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to make a motion to approve the bills.
I'll second.
Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sear, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to make a motion to approve payroll.
I'll second.
Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sear, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
And we also do the August 19th meeting minutes.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to approve the August 19th meeting minutes.
I'll second.
All right. Trustee Jessberger, Trustee Sear, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
And then I had another item related to fire. We can wait till the fire section, or we can do that now.
You can do it now if you'd like.
Okay, so we needed to amend. We just needed to have the different line items to pay for the upcoming medic. So we need to amend resolution 20-08-014 to read to be paid from 2111-820-820 and 2111-830-830.
So moved.
Okay, I'll second.
All right, Trustee Jesberger, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Sierra.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We're going to move on to committee team reports.
I'll go first. On Saturday, September 19th at 10 a.m., the Township Administrator, Matt, and myself will be over the east side at the community garden to do a chat with your trustee. We would ask if you don't mind to bring a chair. I know there are some smaller seats over there, but I don't know how long that they'll last. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll see what I can do to help.
Perfect. If you guys run into sprinkly weather, let me know. I have a bunch of pop-ups at the house you guys can borrow. Anybody else with committee team reports?
I had an item pop up this morning. I've emailed trustees and the Township Administrator a release form. We've had a request from the BBC to interview a resident at Triangle Park, and they would like for us to sign the release. It says basically that they're allowed to film there. Let me know if you have any questions about that, or if it's okay that we tell them we're happy to sign that for them, which is what I assume is going to be the case here. So, they're on a pretty quick timeline, so we can't really bump this to the next meeting or anything. They want to do the filming next week. My understanding is that this is nothing township related in any way other than providing some open space to do some filming. The resident hasn't been in touch with me personally, but so I'm not going to release that name until I know that that's okay with them, but they're going to be interviewed on animal cognition, and I think vampire bats were mentioned, in fact. So kind of a cool topic, and it would just be us providing some space to allow that to happen.
If I would make a recommendation, if you'd like to move forward with that application, making me the administrator, the individual who can sign that document for on behalf of the township, so that we can get it turned around quickly for them. If that's something of interest.
It's good with me. I'd love to just, I'll forward you the entire email if I haven't. I may have just gotten the document. If you do not have that woman's contact information, let me know, Matt. Otherwise, I'll just let you carry the ball from here, assuming that other trustees are good with the use of the park. Okay? Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Chief Braley, do you want to touch on the produce market?
Sure. So our last market we had to cancel due to the potential for severe weather. So with that in mind, Chief Jones and I have been having several discussions regarding getting the market moved back to the firehouse so we can have it under roof in the truck bays. It looks like we're going to shoot for September 25th, the second market in September, to have that back here at the fire station. September 11th will still be at 3251 Westerville Road, and we'll use that as an opportunity to advertise the move. Again, we're seeing, upward of 200 families at each of these, so obviously the need's there. don't like the fact that we are weather dependent with being outside and having the potential for canceling. Plus, we're moving into fall weather, eventually winter weather, and we're going to have to get this move done before then anyway, just to be a little sooner than we expected. So that's the plan right now. And again, our next one will still be at 3251 Westerville Road on the 11th from 4 to 6. And as usual, we're always open to people coming down and helping us out, volunteering about 2:30 to 4 o'clock to help us get everything set up. That's all we have.
Thank you.
Sure.
Anybody else with the committee or team reports?
Just real quick. Hey, Corey, do we have enough traffic cones that we can use in that back lot guiding up to the firehouse, or do we need to order some?
We will need to order some. We might have 8 or 10 back behind our shop.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're going to move on to Township Administrator.
Good afternoon. One thing I will mention, we did finally close on 2107 Lamont. That happened about a week ago. So one less township property under our jurisdiction and now under a adjoining residence property. So I was able to meet the residents and they seem very excited about having additional land. So one down and about 7 more to go, I think. I did just want to bring up the trash contract that expires the end of this year. Back a while ago, there was a consortium established which included 7 different jurisdictions to go out to bid for a trash contract. Apparently, they received 2 bids, both Rumpke and Local Waste, and our current provider is Local Waste. I'm just going to read something that was sent to me, which kind of explains things a little bit. The bid process was a joint process for efficiency, but in terms of contract award and implementation, each community can decide for itself and act independently. As for timing, a legal notice of this invitation to bids stated that bids will be considered valid until 270 days after the bid opening dates, which was June 25th. So the township has a period of time to award the contract, and the contract itself would commence January 1st, 2021. The contract is good for the next 5 years. So it would go from January 1, 2021 through December 31st, 2025. It would just be for residential use, not commercial. There would be a 10% discount for residents 60 years old or older. And the current rate that came in from Local Waste which was lower than Rumpke, is $19.39 a month. And that rate would be good for the following 5 years. So their residents would not see any increase from January 21 through December 31st, 2025. I did provide a copy of the proposed resolution and contract to the trustees for your review. I would ask if you have any questions or concerns, if you can get those to me before our next trustee meeting, and then I'll have the resolution on that meeting so we can move forward with that and get that out of the way. And then I also have a resolution authorizing the Township Administrator to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and/or local transportation improvement programs and to execute contracts as required. This particular language is similar to what we did for the north side of Orman Avenue. This particular resolution would be to submit an OPWC application for the south side of Orman Avenue. I did have a conversation with the county engineer's office to discuss how we might be able to tweak the last application. So when we submit this go around that we might get a few extra points and hopefully get the project approved this time around. So I would need a vote for this resolution, and I'll have if it were to pass, I'll have it in the box of the trustee's office for you to sign when you make it into the office.
I'm going to make a motion for a resolution authorizing the Township Administrator to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission, OPWC.
I'll second.
Trustee Jesberger, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Ford.
Yes.
So that will be the mailbox outside your office. So when you make it into Township Hall, if you can sign that. And then once that's signed, I'll get it submitted where it needs to be submitted, and we'll move forward with the south side of Ormond. And then once all those numbers and figures are determined, I'll present those back to the board as well.
Perfect. Thank you, Matt. I'm going to move down to Fire Chief. You're muted.
Sorry. Few items today. We'd like to request a motion to hire Kel Walker as a part-time firefighter paramedic at the rate of $15.25 per hour effective September 2nd, 2020. To be paid from line item 2111-220-100 and 2281-230-100.
That's taking background and drug screen.
Sorry.
Taking background and drug screen, or?
Yes, everything has been done on him.
All right, I'm going to make a motion to hire Cale Walker as a part-time firefighter paramedic at the rate of $15.25 per hour effective September 2nd, 2020 from line item 211-220-100 and 2281-230-100.
I'll second.
Trustee Jesberger, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Ford.
Yes.
Yes.
Next, we would like to request a PO in the amount of $3,864.56 payable to W.W. Williams for repairs to engine 61 to be paid from line item 2111-220-323.
So moved.
I'll second.
Trustee Jesberger, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Ford.
Yes.
Yes.
And I have just sent you the agreement in an email. I just remembered I didn't send the copy that Julie sent me out yesterday. But this is similar to the agreement that we had lease purchase. This is an escrow. So the request motion to approve resolution 2009-010 adopt and approve.
I had this as the 9th resolution on our meeting. We can pass it as the 10th, but then there would be no resolution 9.
Okay. I was up to 10 on my count, Deb. So
Okay, so let's pause for a clerical review. The first thing was flexibility. Second resolution was bills. Third one was payroll. Meeting minutes was the 4th. Amending the medic was number 5. OPWC application number 7.
that
Hiring.
would be number.
Oh, 5, 6. WC number 6. Hiring Mr. Walker, number 7. The Engine repair, number 8. Then I have this as number 9.
You're correct. Okay. I skipped one.
Go team.
Right.
I love it.
So request a motion to approve resolution number 20-09-009 to adopt and approve the execution of an escrow agreement by Chief Fraley for the purpose of a lease purchase for a new medic.
So moved.
Okay. Progress, you did that. Trustee Jesper, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
And the last, I sent you a monthly report yesterday. I'll read through real quick. The division responded to 612 incidents, averaging 20 per day. The engine responded to 251 incidents. Medic 61 responded to 331 incidents. Medic 62 responded to 17 incidents. FRV, the first responder vehicle that we've placed in service on the west side, responded to 8 incidents. And I responded to 22. The division logged 75 hours of training. I recently completed a community risk reduction course delivered by the National Fire Academy, and I'm currently taking a community risk assessment and community data analysis course. Hopefully I'll have those done by the end of the month. Our fire safety inspector course is in process and should be completed by the end of September. Under fire prevention, the fire safety inspector conducted 32 inspections and updated pre-planned books with current information for building contacts and occupancy use. Inspector Feldman is also the instructor for our fire safety inspector course. And under community outreach, firefighters assisted with the produce market on the 14th. We had 61 doses of Narcan distributed by the Columbus React team and OSU at that market. We delivered 30 boxes of food to the CSFP program, and we had 8 free smoke alarms distributed to township residents in the month of August. And I also added a current list of grants that we are in process with right now, because I know we usually talk about that once or twice a year, but just getting everybody up to date. We're currently in process. We've applied for with Firehouse Subs for communications equipment, FEMA assistance to firefighters grant for turnout gear and other miscellaneous equipment. The FEMA COVID-19 supplement, they just came out with that a couple of weeks ago. So we've actually put some quotes together and put in for some professional grade decon equipment. And the FM Global Fire Prevention, we actually applied for Panasonic Toughbooks, which are the mobile computers that we carry on our apparatus. So that's all we have.
Thank you. Excellent. We're going to move to Chief Jones.
Hi, good afternoon. I'd like to request to continue our contract with the Franklin County DOI Task Force for fiscal year 2021. I put a copy of the contract in the trustees' mailbox. I need to get all of our elected official signatures. Once that's completed, hopefully if I can get that back next week so we can get it in before October 1st. I don't know if do we need a resolution for that, Deb, since it's a continuing contract?
I suppose it's better to pass one to be extra dotting the i's and crossing the t's.
Okay.
And I know it'll be the 10th resolution.
All right.
So with that, I would like to request a motion for a resolution continuing the Franklin County DOI Task Force for fiscal year 2021.
So moved.
I'll second.
Trustee Jesper, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
Due to our issues at the end of the month, I do not have a monthly report yet. I will have that for the next meeting once we get our end of the month data cycle in with the county's processes and our processes. So that'll be for the next meeting. Some issues lately, just to kind of update the board and the public. We've had several shots fired into houses in the 1800 block of Sale Road on 3 different occasions within the last 2 weeks. Officers and detectives are working diligently to identify off of some witness information. So we are working to hopefully get that issue resolved. We have had plainclothes and uniformed officers in the area the last few nights. So some officers are working into the wee hours, kind of keeping an eye on things. Officers have made several arrests on the west side, Lenox Town Center, on some shoplifting events and people with warrants in the shopping center as of late. Outside of that, Franklin County and our officers assigned to the drug task force have been doing a good job with narcotics interdiction here in the township, both in the residential area and in our commercial apartment areas. We saw a little bit of uptick in overdoses over the last couple months. I think myself and Chief Rayleigh have been talking about that. So we have identified some of the drug traffickers and have been doing work on getting those issues resolved and out of our township. Traffic control has been another big topic with some of the residents. We had an incident that was on the news a couple weeks ago. Just to be clear, I did not condone the activity that occurred. It was very dangerous. We did get one resident that made a comment that thought I condoned that, publicly stating I do not condone it. Working with several other area Franklin County chiefs, if we have that kind of occurrence again, that we can try to get on top of those issues to resolve it before it becomes a dangerous situation. Outside of that, Ferris Road, Walford, and again, Sale and Case roads, we've been working traffic pretty heavily over there. And the west side, some residents have found out we are starting to issue warnings for the parking violations now that that resolution will be kicking in here this month. We're trying to get that word out. Warnings are being issued right now, and then we will begin enforcement October 1st. Training issues. Recently, the Franklin County Chiefs Association, I attended a crisis communications course that was put on by Mark Weaver. Our officers are also getting ready to get into de-escalation training again, more involved with current events that are happening across the country, just to stay on top of things with our folks and our staff here. We did, again, I think I mentioned we did some bias training previously last month. So our training is ongoing, but it's all virtual right now. We can't do the in-class stuff. We will be doing some training next week also here at the facility. And that's all I have for right now.
Thank you for all you guys do. I'm going to move on to Public Works Department. Superintendent Flegg.
Good afternoon. I'd like to request a purchase order in the amount of $11,077.50 payable to Cargill Incorporated for rock salt to be paid from line item 2031-330-400.
So moved.
I'll second.
Trustee Jesberger, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
Hopefully we won't do that.
Hopefully we won't need to use all 250 tons of salt.
Then we have your monthly report.
Yeah, just quickly on that. We've spent a lot of time working on the alleys this month. We put down approximately 13 tons of gravel in the alleyways, filling in potholes. Approximately 5 tons of blacktop patch in the alleyways, filling in potholes on one particular alley that hadn't been maintained previously.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Also, we were able to get 13 solar lights installed this month.
They look great. Code enforcement, Jonathan O'Connor.
Okay, I've just got one this month, and this is a follow-on from one last year. They've not maintains the property. So this is really just a bookkeeping, giving us the ability to go in and do the same thing again this year that we did last year on this particular property. It's keeping it under control at this stage rather than letting it get to the stage it got to previously. So I would like to request a motion to approve a 50587 cleanup, case number 290 of 894 Sells Avenue, parcel 130002245.
So moved.
Second?
That was trustee Stewart, right?
Sorry, you broke up a little.
Jane seconded it, correct? Okay, trustee Jessberger, trustee Sierra, trustee Sword.
Yes.
That is all that I have for the board this month.
Thank you. We're going to move on to appreciation. Other items go to number 1, to enter into an executive session under ORC 121.2231 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, motion, compensation of a public employee or official.
A second.
Okay, trustee Jessberger, trustee Sierra, trustee Sword.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you guys in Teams land. And I think the Chiefs can go. And Deb, I can email you afterwards if you want to stick around. That's fine for the notes.
Sometimes it's going on, and email me the recordings. I'll take.
We all set?
Okay.
We passed the motion.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
We're
I got
ready to go.
confused by the delay.
That's okay. So, just the trustees at first, and then we'll give a call when we need to bring folks in. Okay?
All right. Wait for everybody to get back in. We are back in session. It's 1:10 p.m. I'm going to make a motion to enter into an executive session per ORC 121.22G2 to consider the sale or other disposition of unneeded, obsolete, unfit for use property in accordance with section 505.10 of the revised code.
I'll second. That's correct.
I was gone, but I'm here. Sorry for the creep.
You're okay.
Trustee Jesper, Trustee Seer, Trustee.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks, Deb. There, Deb? There you are. Wait for Jess. You're muted.
It's kind of weird if I just go into my WebEx app and I click on the link for this meeting, it's like it's dead, like if you didn't join at 12 or something, or 12 to 1. But then if I go into my email and I click on the link, then I can do it. So it's kind of weird.
That is weird. Maybe that's where Jess is.
Mhm. Oh, excuse me.
You do have it. So if Jessberger has a hard time logging on,
Yeah,
you can end the meeting with 2 of the 3 of you.
Yeah,
gonna go ahead and make a motion to adjourn.
a second.
All right.
See you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.